building a business, building a team, following your dreams. Everything requires energy. Everything requires focus to bring your A game to your work and your life every single day. In this video, I want to share with you 5 principles that I use to manage my motivation and my energy and to keep it high. So make sure you watch this video till the end because I'm going to share with you some stuff that has worked for me personally. Hi, my name is Rajiv Talreja, and as an entrepreneur, I've built 4 ventures which provide employment to more than 2,100 people. And in this process of pursuing my entrepreneurship dream of creating jobs, making a difference to the lives of my team members, adding value to my clients, there's one thing that I believe is the key ingredient, and that's my energy and motivation. And what I want to do through this video is break down for you 5 principles that have helped me manage my energy and my motivation to be able to pursue my dreams. The reason why it's important for you to understand and learn these 5 principles is because these are universal principles of energy. These are universal principles of emotional mastery. Think about it. If you don't manage and master your emotions, then your emotions start managing you and controlling you. And when your emotions are managing you and controlling you, you are not in control of your own life. So it's important that you understand what are the foundational principles of managing your energy, managing your motivation, and managing your emotions so you get the best out of your life. Make sure you watch this video till the end and make sure you make a lot of notes as I break down these 5 foundational principles of managing your energy and motivation. And at the end of this video, I have a very special invitation for you to continue your learning journey so that you can take your business to the next level. So stay tuned till the end of the video. Now, when it comes to the principles of managing your energy, emotions, and your motivation, the first principle, which I believe is absolutely critical, is called the principle of regulation. What do I mean by the principle of regulation? Most people think that managing your emotions and managing your energy is about repressing the negative emotions. It's about covering up the negative emotions or ignoring the negative emotions or avoiding the negative emotions. Well, let me tell you something. You cannot repress your negative emotions with toxic positivity. You can't pretend to be happy, pretend to be peaceful, and pretend to be highly motivated, because that is just pretending. It's not your truth and it is not real. So it's important that you imbibe the principle of regulation rather than look at emotional repression. What is the principle of regulation? The principle of regulation is where you understand that it's okay to not be okay, and that your job when it comes to your energy and emotions is about regulating them rather than trying to cover them up or repress them with toxic positivity. Now, how do you regulate your emotions? You regulate your emotions firstly by accepting your emotions and being real with your emotions, and secondly by dealing with your emotions and healing your emotions through conversations and through coaching. One of the things that works for me really well is to have a personal coach. I have someone that I fall back upon on a weekly basis to help me process my thoughts, help me process my emotions, help me process my energy, and unlock those locks that are pulling my energy down by having conversations which will help me resolve those dilemmas, conflicts, fears, doubts, and insecurities that are within me. So the principle of regulation is an absolute critical principle to be true to your emotions and regulate them so that you can take your energy and emotions to a whole new level. The second principle that I use to help me manage my energy and motivation is the principle of focus. Now, what is the principle of focus? There's an age-old principle that says, what you focus on, you feel. So the key is to understand, where are you investing your focus? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you consuming? What are you speaking? When you start managing that, you start managing what you are experiencing. And when you are managing what you're experiencing, then you can experience the emotions that you'd like to experience, and you can manage the motivation and energy that you'd like to have. For me, I have certain simple fundamental principles. no watching news, no watching reality TV because there's nothing real about reality television, no watching soap operas. Now these are things that I do to take care of what am I consuming, what am I seeing, what am I hearing, what am I thinking about, and what am I speaking, and no gossip. These are simple practices that have made such a huge difference in cleansing my energy. Think about it. When you sit and consume the news, or you sit and consume overtly dramatic reality television, or overtly unnecessary soap serial dramas, or just negative gossip conversations, that energy rubs off on you. You can't say that you have this invisible protection shield that does not allow you to be affected by all this nonsense and negativity. Well, you're human. If you consume it, then it will become a part of you. So it's important to know where you are investing your focus and not waste your focus in these unnecessary toxical conversations and content. So for me, the principle of focus is a very important principle of knowing where am I investing my thought, my conversation, my senses, and what is my experience of my life as a result of where I'm investing my focus. Which brings me to the third principle that I believe is the most critical principle that has helped me manage my energy. The third principle is the principle of environment. Who is in your environment? Who's around you? Who are the people you spend most of your time with? That determines the quality of your emotions, the quality of your energy, the quality of your motivation. And when it comes to having people in your environment, I have a simple principle: less is more. It's not about having more people in your life. Less is best when it comes to people. It's about having people who matter, it's about having people who care, and it's about having people who create. For me, my life is invested in people who are falling in these three categories: people who matter, people who care, and people who create something positive as a result of their existence on this planet. Everybody else is eliminated from my life, because at the end of the day, you want your energy to be used in the right direction. You don't want energy drainers in your life. You don't want dream stealers in your life. You don't want cynical, negative people in your life. You want to choose who are the people you're surrounding yourself with, and when you choose that becomes your simplest and easiest way of managing your energy and your motivation. Which brings me to the fourth principle of managing my energy and motivation. And the fourth principle is the principle of divine will. Now, what is the principle of divine will? Well, as we go through life as humans, we all carry an illusion of control. We believe that life needs to work the way we want it to work. And when it doesn't work the way we want it to work, we get emotionally shattered and our energy goes down. For me, I have been blessed with this amazing teaching from one of my spiritual mentors and guides, Sidra Jaffrey, where she taught me the principle of divine will. And she said, nothing is missing. Everything is perfect. Everything is the way it is meant to be. It is our illusion of control that creates emotions that we don't like to experience when we are seeing things happen that we don't want to happen. Remember this, everything is perfect. Nothing is missing. In fact, Sidra used to say this beautiful statement that actually is a statement of strength for me. She used to say, God's will not take you where God's grace cannot reach you. So if you're going through an experience that your senses are not enjoying, just ground yourself in this reality that God's will not take you where God's grace cannot reach you. For me, that is just such a comforting factor, and it tells me that I'm taken care of. It tells me that I'm blessed. It tells me that the universe has my back, and knowing that I'm taken care of, I'm blessed, and the universe has my back gives me the strength to encounter circumstances which my human senses may not desire to experience, and that allows me to bounce back emotionally and manage and maintain my energy and keep it high. Which brings me to the fifth and final principle which helps me manage my energy and motivation, And the fifth and final principle is the principle of acceptance. Now, what is the principle of acceptance? As a person, I carry full acceptance that I'm human. I'm not a machine, I'm not a robot, and I accept every emotion without judgment. Most people struggle with managing their energy, struggle with managing their motivation because they expect themselves to be high energy and high motivation all the time, 24/7, 365 days in a year. That is not possible. That is factually impractical. The key is to accept that you're human. And as a human, you got to honor those emotions, not repress them with toxic positivity, and not judge them as good emotions or bad emotions, right emotions and wrong emotions. That judgment kills us more than the emotion itself. So for me, the principle of acceptance is an important principle to set myself free of any judgment of any emotion, and allows me to embrace the emotions. And the more I am embracing and accepting, the more easier it is for me to regulate and transition those emotions and bounce back with higher energy and higher motivation. So these are the 5 principles that I use to manage my energy and motivation. The principle of regulation, the principle of focus, the principle of environment, the principle of divine will, and the principle of acceptance. I hope you found value in these 5 principles, and you can start playing and having fun with these 5 principles without taking your life too seriously. Because let me tell you something, if you come to think about it, you and I are just a small speck of dust in this massive earth, in this massive galaxy, in this massive Milky Way. So we don't have any right to take our lives so seriously that we lower our energy and our motivation. So with that, I come to the end of this video, and like I said, I have a special invitation for you at the end of this video to continue your learning journey with me. And here's my invitation. If you are a business owner, then you need to click on the link below and register yourself for my upcoming 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar. Like the name suggests, this is where I help you break through your current limitations and explore a new level of growth. At the Business Breakthrough Seminar, I work with you to discover what it takes to build a business which can grow without you. So make sure you watch this video till the end, and then do the right thing by registering yourself for the 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar. I look forward to seeing you there. I started my journey as an entrepreneur in the year 2006. And when I started my journey as an entrepreneur in the year 2006, I started with big goals, big dreams, big plans. But very soon, those big goals, big dreams, and big plans shrunk in size. And the focus of building my business became month-to-month survival. I started 4 companies, out of which I had to shut 2 companies down in the year 2012 when I went through a 70 lakh loss and I earned myself a 45 lakh rupee debt. That's when I realized that something has to change. This has nothing to do with the business I'm building. It has a lot to do with my capabilities as a business owner. And therefore in 2014, I committed myself to a research project where I went across India and I interviewed 300 business leaders. People like Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, who's built Biocon. People like Ashok Soota, who's built Happiest Minds Technologies. People like C.K. Kumaravel, who built Natural Salon as India's largest chain of salon. And I asked them 2 questions. What is the strategy of building a profitable, scalable business? And what is the system to set, track, and achieve goals in every department of the business? Asking these 2 questions to 300 business leaders opened my mind to a whole world of possibilities, where I realized the biggest mistake I was making as a business owner was I was doing everything in my business. This has been the mistake of most entrepreneurs. One of my biggest lessons was that if you're the best on your team, if you're the most intelligent person on your team, then you cannot build a scalable business, because you get involved in everything and you get stuck in day-to-day firefighting. Taking these lessons, I designed a 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar, where I break down for my participants what are the 7 foundational activities to build a stable and successful business, so that they have clarity on what they need to initiate in their business for better stability and focus on growth. I also break down for my participants on what is their role as a business owner. Because as a business owner, if you are in chaos, if you are confused, then that chaos and confusion spreads across your team. And I also will break down what are the 3 things that you need to focus on to build a business which can grow without you. More than 70,000 participants have attended more than 175 business breakthrough seminars from across 13 different countries. And out of these 70,000 entrepreneurs, 99.3% of entrepreneurs have responded saying that the business breakthrough seminar was extremely relevant and practical for their business. These are staggering statistics to let you know that you need to be the next participant at the business breakthrough seminar. And I'd love to work with you on helping you identify how can you grow your business and build something that is scalable and profitable. I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you click on the link and register yourself right now.